Hello and welcome to my channel. This is going to be an explanation of a project that I've been working on, Project Lyriael, and how she works or how it works. A lot of this is going to be just kind of explaining how the large language model works in game. I might have some combat, so if you want to just see it work, you can just skip the video to the end. But I was going to start off by saying that first, how I structured this is I have Olama here, and I have Lyriael here in chat, and I can talk to her, and you'll notice that whenever it talks, it says action, and then the action, and then what she says. So I've taken a lot of data to have Lyriael, this model that I trained myself with data, to always say an action and then the language. And then this action gets sent as a command to the body, which is Lyriael in game, which is her elf mage body. And then once the Olama says action hold, the body in game will wait and not do anything. So you can see that this is kind of how it's structured. How I kind of like to think about it is I have this large language model that is isolated in its own kind of world, its own window, which is like this Olama screen, and then by it saying action, it can build, and by me building like strings to the body, and having these action commands trigger the body to do things, then it actually kind of looks like one entity having a mind of its own. If that makes sense. So for instance, if that doesn't make sense, I have an action in the body, or I have the body itself just isolated, so just the script that commands the elf mage around has all of these commands. In here you can see nothing, it's just talking, assist, follow, kill all of these commands do something. So if I was like, Lyriael, I want you to assist me, if I say assist, the body will say okay, and assist command has been started, therefore the body is going to target the targets that I target and help me kill them. So that is what all of these actions are for the body, and then we can access all of those through talking to Lyriael. So the purpose of having a large language model, access these commands and then activate them for the body, is so that I can talk to it kind of normal, and it can interpret my I guess what I'm saying, and then it can decide what action it should trigger. So for instance, if I was to break these connections, the wires to the body, and I was just to say, Lyriael, in the future I will want you to assist me, the large language model will say, okay, in the future I will assist you. Or maybe a better example would be, Lyriael, do not attack that monster right now, I don't want you to. The large language model will say, okay, I won't attack it, blah blah blah. But the moment the body sees that I said attack, the keyword attack, then the body will then trigger an attack command and then attack it. So because there's a large language model in here, I can say whatever I really want to type in chat. The large language model then can interpret what I'm saying and be like, okay, I think we should trigger this command. And that makes it very nice, because then it feels very fluid, and I can feel like I'm actually having a conversation, and the bot is then actually doing what I want it to do. So we can close this out, and we can close this out. Another thing that I want to get to is the command, is basically the way it goes and selects the targets it wants to kill. So this is kind of how when I say, for example, kill all, it will actually, let me get the paint up again, because this is actually kind of useful right now. Say this is my character, and let's say that there is a radius around me that's like 1,000 units. If any monsters, if I say the words kill all, that means that Lyriael is going to stay within this area and won't venture out too far. And what Lyriael is going to do is it's going to look at any monsters that have entered this ring and then see them, and then based on what the text prompt tells her, she can then make her actions based on how she thinks is the best course. So if to get a little bit more specific, this is kind of how she works. She has a searching phase where she looks for things. She has a combat phase saying, okay, I've searched, I've found something, we're in combat now, this is what I know. And then after combat, when she kills the thing, she goes to a loot phase and then decides her actions. And you can see here that in the combat phase there is a lot of descriptive language, and all of this language is situational, which then changes based on her based on the situation. So for instance, you are trying to level up with Arrow, which is my character, party member. This would change if she was alone. Sorry if you hear the rumbling in the back, in the background. That'll be temporary. But you can see that what these fights have cost you before. This is this monster. You have killed 2 and never lost 1 with Arrow helping. A fight takes about 31 seconds, costs you 0% of your health and 2% of your mana. Either way, you're getting this for the kill. This is about 4,200 experience per second. So we're getting very detailed with giving the large language model all of the information about what basically what it's going to experience in a fight with this monster, that it's building kind of an idea of an average fight with these things. And you can see that here we can target this cave serpent. There are 3 levels. It hits harder. You're already hurt at 33% health. There's this follower. It's 1 level above you, nothing beside it. So it's isolated. There's a tiger, 2 levels above you, nothing beside it. And it is so it is 1 on you and no more. I don't really know what that might be something I need to look at, but you have the option to sit down and rest. You have the option to stop and run back to me. He's this distance away, so I'm not going to be able to help very much. Stop and buff. Your buffs are fading, so we can see that this is quite like Lyriael is playing basically a text RPG. And then in combat we can see that you are at this health, I'm at this health, and it shows our mana, it shows how far away we are from each other. Lyriael can choose the option of keep fighting your target. You can switch to the target that I'm fighting if you want. You can heal you and Arrow for about 4 to 35. The range of that heal is this, and Arrow is this units away, so it wouldn't make sense to heal because I'm too far away. It can run towards me and then keep fighting to close the distance, use a healing potion, etc., etc., and then it's kind of like a lot of descriptive stuff with looting as well. So this is kind of how I've structured the fighting. It's a lot of the body does a lot of the heavy movement, but the large language model gets basically a text RPG style game, and then its decisions affect the body's action. To test that, I can also go in and show you. So I will go in, and I'll close that for now. So this is my private server. We can see that I just joined, and Lyriael in the bottom here says back online, want a group, and I can say sure. And Lyriael will then just party me. She will just interpret that as a let's party command, and then she will, yeah, party me. And then I can say, and you can see she's emoting me. She say, back miss me long, gonna have a field day with my new gear. And I can say, buff me please. And she will then continue her buffs. This is my private server, so I've given myself the ability to buff myself. And then you can see after she just finished her buffing, she said, am I killing or sticking? Sticking meaning is she assisting me or whatever. Just kill, I can say kill all, basically. And you can see that body chose kill all, Lyriael chose kill all. So you can see that the body sees the words kill all and says this is a kill all command. Lyriael sees that, interprets it as a kill all command. So I can also say, Lyriael, do not sell anything right now. We are in the middle of a fight. And then from here you can see that the body chose sell because the body sees me saying sell. That basically means a sell command. So if Lyriael couldn't overrule the body, then Lyriael would go and try and sell right now. But because Lyriael is a large language model and it can interpret the command, it decides, oh, this is we are not doing anything. You can see in this text, Lyriael chose none. I'm just chatting. So from here, I can be like, okay, we're gonna go fight. And once Lyriael goes into combat mode, she's going to look at the things around her, and then she's going to say, oh, Lyriael is going to target this. So I have some text that just kind of announces what she's going to do. And you can see that she's pretty good at fighting. Oh my god. Is that thing like super... That thing is like not dying. But you can see that there's a lot of announcements. There's a lot of text that go above the creature's or monster's head. That is just so that I can make sure that when Lyriael actually chooses an option from the cards that I showed you from the searching, the battle, and the looting phase, I can be like, okay, she actually selected this, and it just kind of helps me troubleshoot. If she's not announcing her actions, then I know that something's broken. And you can see a kill all command basically just means find stuff and kill it. And you can see leaving the drops, moving, and you can see that she even has reasoning here. Leaving the drops, moving on, low HP, and I'm not moving until I get better. So Lyriael thinks that she's low HP. So that would be something that I would go and troubleshoot and be like, why do you think you have no HP? She is working on a 7 billion parameter model, so I mean the reasoning for a 7 I think the reasoning level for a 7 billion isn't that great, so it's kind of dumb, but I can always make it better by getting a larger language model and reteaching it. She says, polling Elder Tarek Beskos. I don't know what it is, but it's there and I'm polling it. So that's her reasoning. And then she says, sweeping up everything. First things first, no point in healing myself if I can't pick this up. Yeah. So you can see that... wait, what'd she say? Hey, I keep wanting to say this, but let's get it out there. How many times did we go into town planning this exact same poll? Not again, that was all you, honestly. I had plans today. So that's just her making conversation. Polling Eller military bracelets. This is it. No other pulls today. So she's just kind of talking in her own personality. Her reasoning, actual reasoning could be something else, but she's kind of reasoning in character, which is fine, I guess. Defending myself, damage from Elder Basilisk, so she's like, oh, this thing is attacking me, so I'm going to switch on the lap. And from here I can say, follow me. And Lyriael chose follow. And she won't attack anything. I can then say, assist me please, this thing is strong. Oh my god, assist me please. Maybe I didn't say that right. Yeah, so assist, and now you can see I will get close to this thing and she won't attack it. She says, okay, I'm only going to attack the target that I'm attacking. So once I start attacking it, she will then start attacking it. And of course I can just say attack, go attack it, etc. She also has some interesting commands for her. Like I can say drop me 1 thread. So she doesn't have a thread. What is in your inventory? And she says, what do you want? Materials. What materials? She's being difficult. Okay, so she's obviously not that bright. So we're gonna give her the we're gonna just, I'm pretty sure she has some varnish. Give me 1 varnish. Maybe she sold it. I know I did say send her to town, but I know she has Adina, so we can say give me 1, 2, 3 Adina. And she will drop exactly that amount. And this works with materials as well. She probably just didn't have what I was asking for. So that's that. I can also tell her to buy me soul shots. She'll look at my weapon. She'll see that it's C grade. She will buy me C grade soul shots because of my grade, and I can say how many soul shots I want, and she will go buy that amount, and then she'll say it's on my tab, and then she'll basically pester me until I pay her back, which is kind of funny. I don't know why I programmed it that way, but she can go and buy herself her own gear once she reaches a new grade. There's a lot of commands that Lyriael has right now. So yeah, this is my project, and we'll see where it goes from here. Bye.